Hello and welcome to the viewers of this video. This is the Orange Fan here, bringing you another entry for the episode Recap and Thoughts category. This video will be dedicated to the FUNimation dub of episode 43 of Dragon Ball Super. We begin this episode with Goku, Chi-Chi, and Goten having a meal together. But they notice something unusual is up because Goku doesn't seem to be all that hungry, and Chi-Chi is quick to point out that Goku usually eats a lot more compared to the amount he ate for this particular meal. Later on, when Goku's returning home from a trip to the grocery store, he finds that he's having a lot of difficulty flying now. And when he does eventually make it home, Chi-Chi and Goten both urge Goku to go see King Kai about this, and he eventually agrees. But whatever is affecting his appetite and his flying is also affecting his instant transmission ability because he keeps teleporting to areas other than King Kai's planet. First at Capsule Corporation, much to Vegeta and Bulma's dismay. Then to Krillin's office, although Krillin takes the weirdness of the situation very well. We get a quick cameo with Arale from Dr. Slump, a franchise that was also created by Akira Toriyama, and he ends up at the top of Korin's tower before finally making it to King Kai's planet. King Kai explains that Goku's lost control of his energy due to overexerting himself. This was the result of combining Super Saiyan Blue with the Kaio-Ken technique during the Tournament of Destroyers. King Kai assures Goku, though, that he can heal, he just has to take it easy for a while, and he warns Goku not to use Super Saiyan Blue and Kaio-Ken together all willy-nilly in the future. When Goku does return home, though, the loss of energy control leads him to accidentally destroying his house, and Chi-Chi is not happy about this. Fortunately, they do have somewhere to stay while they wait for repairs of the house to finish. They go to Gohan and Videl's house, and Gohan and Videl are currently at a meeting because Gohan may possibly receive a job as an assistant teacher or an assistant professor. This ties into the conference Gohan went to during the Tournament of Destroyers. And Goku does call Gohan to explain the situation to him, and Gohan is more than willing to let his family members stay at his house while the repairs are being done. And the Pilaf trio happen to be where Gohan currently is, and they're listening in on Gohan's conversation with Goku. Now, back at Gohan and Videl's house, Chi-Chi accidentally let slip that she lied to Goku about spending all the money that Hercule gave them back in the first episode. She actually does have a lot of it on hand still. And she explains her reasons for lying was to motivate Goku to still work instead of training all the time, but she says that didn't really do much good thinking it over. And well, Piccolo is there too. He was actually babysitting Pan for Gohan and Videl, but he decides to leave since he figures that Pan's extended relatives can watch her instead of him. But he's listing off all the things that Pan likes and dislikes. Like, he's making advice and suggestions for watching Pan, and he ends up going back into the house, so I guess he's gonna stay. Or it looks like he's staying because the next scene has Goku and Piccolo talking at night while they're watching Pan. So I guess, yeah, Piccolo is staying with them. But by the next day, the Pilaf trio have brought a robot with them. They apparently spent quite a lot of money for it, hoping to use it to attack Goku while he's in his weakened state due to his loss of energy control. Pan happens to crawl up to them while they're planning this, and well, we hear Piccolo yelling at the rest of Pan's relatives about how they lost her, so the Pilaf trio just decide to abandon the plan and make an escape for it in their robot, but they ended up bringing Pan with them. And so, yeah, it gets a little more they're panicking a lot more. It doesn't help that Pilaf accidentally brings the robot into, I don't know if you'd say space necessarily, or at least it's closer to space, like the stratosphere at least, but Pan's in no danger at all, despite all of this craziness. Pan actually, despite only being a baby, she has this under control. And she demonstrates, oh yeah, we thought Gohan was a prodigy when it came to Saiyan powers. Yeah, Pan's a prodigy. And she's already got the hang of flying even. And yeah, she's able to bring herself and the Pilaf trio back to Earth, like back into the main part of Earth, and then the Pilaf trio end up falling somewhere in the middle of Pan's flying. And Pan ends up making it back home and falling asleep by the time Piccolo and the rest of Pan's relatives return to after trying to search for her. And Gohan and Videl make it back too. So yeah, they have nothing to. So yeah, Pan's safe and sound by the time everyone gets back. And the episode ends with Gohan admitting he ended up not accepting the job, the potential job, because it would have cut in on his time with his family, and he wants to spend more time with his family. So this is another breather episode. This is the second of the the second of the 5 breather episodes before the 4th saga of Dragon Ball Super. And yeah, I had a lot of good laughs out of this one too. And it was also a nice way to tie back into the Tournament of Destroyers, because the conflict was because Goku overexerted himself from combining Super Saiyan Blue with Kaio-Ken. So it's a good way to help to explain the audience why Goku just can't use that combination all the time, because it comes at a very heavy price. And who knows if Goku will be able to recover the next time he overexerts himself. So that was a good way to reference that, to explain why Goku couldn't use that trump card continuously or too often, but they also managed to have some fun with it. And I did like the a cameo appearance for Arale, or the sub uses the Arale pronunciation, but at least in classic Dragon Ball, the dub went with the Arale pronunciation, and I'm used to that, so I'll be calling her Arale. Because that's right, if you didn't know, the classic Dragon Ball series did have there was a brief part in the storyline during the Red Ribbon Saga where Goku and General Blue end up in Penguin Village, the setting for Dr. Slump, so they run into Arale. So it was nice to see Arale again. That was a nice way to tie into Akira Toriyama's other works from the past. And, well, we got to see the Pilaf trio doing their usual thing. And, yeah, Pan, this was a good way to show Pan's potential. We did get to see a little bit of Pan's, how Pan was as a fighter during the end of Dragon Ball Z, so this was a nice way to tie into that, how Pan has a lot of potential in the future. And I have to say, Piccolo being Pan's babysitter was pretty adorable, especially because of how proud he is of his status as Pan's babysitter. And it does show that Piccolo and Gohan have a really great bond, and I don't deny that. I think it's Gohan and Piccolo's bond with each other is really powerful. Only thing I don't like is I just don't like how some fans try to joke about it at Goku's expense. That's the only part I don't like. But yeah, I think Piccolo and Gohan's bond in general is a strong and heartwarming one. So it was adorable seeing Piccolo look after Pan. And, well, there you go. Yeah, we had ourselves another breather episode, and yeah, I thought it was a fun one. And it was nice that it tied into parts of the main storyline too. So there you go. We have 2 breather episodes down, and we have 3 more to go. And these next 3 breather episodes actually do tie into each other in some way. Take care, and until next time.